You're getting trial signups. Some convert to paid, then a bunch of them drop off within weeks. You probably think that's a product problem, so you improve onboarding, add features, send better emails. But here's what's actually happening. You're letting the wrong people into your trial, and no amount of optimization fixes that. You don't need better onboarding. You need fewer, better qualified trials. Same revenue, way less churn, and it starts way before someone clicks Start Trial. So let's look at a few factors that lead up to this problem. Before a visitor becomes a user, he goes through the top of the funnel where you might be running ads or posting on social media. Then through your sales page or landing page, and then he signs up for the trial and goes through your onboarding and so on. But something you might not realize is that most of these trial users drop off, not because the product is bad or that it's missing features. It's because they are the wrong fit from the start. They're the wrong company size, wrong budget, wrong use case, wrong timeline. In other words, most of the time, it's not your product, it's your acquisition funnel. You're trying to convert people who should never have made it to the trial stage. That's the real problem. And it's expensive not just in lost conversions, but in actual costs. Every trial burns through resources. API calls, tokens if you're using AI, storage and compute for data platforms, email infrastructure, support time, customer success effort. Depending on your product, each trial might cost you an additional 10, 20, or $50 in operational expenses. So when you let 100 wrong-fit people into trials, you're not just failing to convert them. You're spending real money onboarding people who are guaranteed to leave. The solution isn't better trial optimization. It's better qualification earlier in the funnel before they even click Start Trial. So here's how you fix it. Let's look at 3 stages of your funnel that happen before someone even starts a trial. Stage 1. Your ads and content. Running ads or creating content designed to get maximum clicks and attention with broad targeting and generic messaging is going to get you volume, not quality. When your ad says, free trial, no credit card required, you're attracting everyone. Curious browsers, competitors doing research, people who can't afford you, students, wrong company sizes, wrong use cases. You're paying for clicks and operational expenses from people who will never buy. But when you filter at the ad level and you switch from generic pain points to specific ones, you'll get fewer clicks, lower cost per acquisition, and higher lifetime value. That's the point. That's what you want. You're filtering out the wrong people before they cost you anything beyond the ad impression. The ones who do click are pre-qualified. They read your targeting criteria and think, that's me. Your click-through rate might drop. Your cost per click might go up slightly, but your cost per qualified trial will plummet because you're not paying to onboard people who are never going to convert. This is the first filter, and most SaaS companies skip it entirely because they're afraid of limiting their audience. But you don't want a big audience, you want the right audience. Stage 2, your sales page or landing page. This is where most of the filtering should happen. But most SaaS landing pages do the opposite. They try to appeal to everyone. Generic headlines like the best project management tool for teams, or feature lists that could apply to any company. Collaborate better, save time, stay organized. Super low friction CTAs like start free trial, no credit card required. These are not filtering. They're inviting everyone in. Here's what a filtering landing page looks like. The headline targets a specific ICP. The copy speaks to specific pain points. The ideal customer criteria is explicit. Pre-trial friction is intentional. When you do this, people who aren't agencies immediately disqualify themselves. People with 5 employees realize they're too small. People without client work understand this isn't for them. Your landing page conversion rate will drop, maybe significantly. More on how to increase this metric in just a second. But here's what else happens. Those who do convert are pre-qualified. Your trial to paid conversion rate will increase dramatically because you're only letting in people who are actually a fit. Think about it this way. Would you rather have 100 landing page visitors convert to 20 trials that produce 1 customer, or 100 visitors convert to 8 trials that produce 3 customers? Fewer trials, more revenue, way less operational cost. The landing page is your biggest filtering opportunity, and most SaaS companies waste it by trying to be everything to everyone. Stage 3. Pre-trial qualification at signup. This is where you add the final filter before someone gets trial access, and there's a hidden opportunity here. Most people think qualification is just about adding friction, asking more questions, making sign-up harder. But there's a better way. You can qualify visitors while solving a small problem for them with an interactive tool. This is what's going to increase your conversions because you're making unaware visitors aware they have a problem worth solving and proving competency. Let me show you what I mean. Most SaaS sign-up forms look like this. That's not qualification, that's just data collection. Here's what a qualifying sign-up process with an interactive tool looks like. Before they can start a trial, they go through an interactive assessment, calculator, or analyzer. For example, if you're a project management tool, calculate how many hours your team wastes on status updates each week. If you're a data platform, analyze your current data infrastructure costs versus what you should be paying. If you're a marketing tool, assess your current lead gen conversion rate and see where you're losing money. Here's what happens when they go through this. They answer questions about their situation, company size, current tools, specific pain points, budget range, timeline, all the qualification data you need. They get valuable output, a personalized report, score, or calculation that reveals a problem they might not have fully understood. They're now problem aware. They came in curious or unaware. They leave understanding they have a real issue that costs them money, time, or opportunity. They've pre-qualified themselves. By the time they finish, you know if they're a fit. And they've demonstrated intent, investing 3 to 5 minutes. Now you can route them to perfect fit with a painful problem, auto-approved trial access with their assessment data feeding into personalized onboarding, borderline fit, manual review or a brief qualification call, or even an automatic nurture sequence. Clear non-fit, send them the assessment results and redirect to educational content instead of a trial. The beautiful part, this doesn't feel like friction. It feels like value. They're not filling out a form that gates access. They're using a tool that solves an immediate micro problem while naturally qualifying themselves. Your conversion rate from landing page to qualified sign-up actually increases because you're providing value before asking for commitment. But the key here is your filtering. Those who won't spend 3 to 5 minutes using your calculator or assessment tool weren't serious buyers anyway. The people who do complete it are giving you 2 things. 1, they're proving they're serious. They invested time, they're psychologically committed, and they've learned something about their problem. 2, they're giving you rich qualification data. Before they start a trial, you know their company size, current solution, pain severity, budget signals, and timeline. You can personalize everything that follows. Now, you can still layer traditional qualification on top of this if you wanted to. Some SaaS companies even add a human approval step. Sounds crazy, right? Who would wait 24 hours for trial access? Well, the answer is serious buyers who just discovered they have a $50K per year problem and your assessment showed them proof. People who are now problem aware and need your solution. Tire kickers won't complete the assessment. Casual browsers won't wait, which is exactly what you want. Here's what this tool looks like in practice. Let's say you're a SaaS product that helps agencies manage client work. Old flow, landing page, email plus password, and trial access. Conversion, 8% of landing page visitors start trials. Trial to paid, 5%. New flow with qualification. Landing page, interactive tool, trial access, or manual approval. Conversion, 4% of landing page visitors start trials, half the volume. Trial to paid, 18%. That's 3.6 times higher. Finally, let's look at a trial experience now. Here's the interesting thing. Once you filter at stages 1, 2, and 3, the trial experience becomes way easier to optimize. Why? Because everyone in your trial is actually qualified. They're the right company size, they have the right use case, they have the budget and authority. You're not trying to convert people who are destined to churn. You're helping qualified buyers validate their decision. Your onboarding is relevant because you know their use case. Your support team isn't wasting time on wrong-fit prospects. Your success team can focus on helping people who will actually buy. Your product analytics are accurate because they're not polluted with noise from non-buyers. The trial becomes what it's supposed to be, a validation period for qualified buyers, not a discovery phase for random visitors. And your trial-to-paid conversion rate reflects that. So here's what this looks like end-to-end. Stage 1, ads and content. Filter with specific targeting and messaging. Fewer clicks, better quality. Stage 2, landing page. Speak directly to your ICP. Make your criteria explicit and add friction before sign-up. Stage 3, sign-up process. Ask qualifying questions, route based on fit, only let qualified prospects into trials. The result? Fewer trial signups, way higher trial to paid conversion, less churn, lower operational costs. You're not converting more people, you're converting the right people. And that's how you actually fix trial to paid conversion, by changing who gets into the trial in the first place.